Hello everybody, this is Milky. Welcome back to another story of the season, Friends of the Mirror-Town Let's Play. Oh, I'm so happy that the first video got so many comments and likes. Thanks for everybody's support. And in the English version, Milky will try really hard to marry a special character such as Kappa and the Goddess, who will need us to ship all the crops and I think fish all the fishes, so a lot of difficult conditions. And I really hope that I could do it and I could share this journey with you. So let's get started! Today is a brand new day, and one thing that's important for us to do in the second day is go trigger a cutscene so we can get the fish rod. I think getting fish rod is actually really helpful for us to make early game money, and also so we can start to increase the experience of our fish rod. It will really help us to get some big fishes during the later season. And we can see there's a little storage inside our room. And then we can put all kinds of stuff in it. At the start, we don't have a fridge, so we can only store stuff that's not food in it. For example, we cannot store the bamboo shoot. And then Yuki usually just puts some random stuff into the cabinet. And then let's actually change our outfit. Oh, Milky just wanna try all the cute outfits, and today we're gonna be a little sheep. Oh, that's so amazing. So let's go out, and I guess the first thing is we need to go trigger, go water it. And thanks for everybody's suggestion. Since Milky really used to use the controller, so Milky actually switched it to use a controller, even though I bought the PC version, and it's been working pretty good. It's just like the Switch, and I love it so much better. I feel like Harvest Moon actually really need to be played with the controller, or you can do some remap that I saw some viewers doing in the comments. That's really helpful because the default key map is actually really a little bit weird, especially the backspace. It's not that convenient to use. So I would definitely recommend you either use a controller or remap your keys. And let's just water all our crops. It's something we need to do every Harvest Moon day. And then let's go out and start going through the whole town. I think the first thing we need to do is just talking to all the town members and give them gifts. So Milky did get a question asked about what does potpourri like. So you asked the right person, because Milky married the potpourri in my other save file. And then what she likes in the early game is she really likes eggs. And then if you also... Oh, I also accidentally triggered a cutscene. But to finish the potpourri one, so once you get the kitchen and you could start cooking, potpourri like egg related dishes. Maybe that's because she works in a chicken coop. So it's actually very easy to give her gifts. Just pick something egg-like. And I think her brother or family also likes the spa egg. So as long as you have a chicken, you can handle that whole family. Oh, and let's go through this cutscene. Why? Tell me what's wrong with it. Tell you, fool, look within. You already have the answer if you can't even understand that. Oh, they're having a big fight. What? What are you looking at? If you don't have any business there, then great. How dare you address a customer in such a mean manner? Oh, sorry. Welcome. Oh, it's you, Milky. Hello. Well, oh, I can't believe that Milky forgot to talk to Gray last time. But this must be Gray's Grey Heart event. Well, no pun intended. And then he said, you shouldn't have walking in here like that. As you no doubt heard, he was telling me to redo my work. I have to fight so much as a scrap of encouragement or praise from Grandma. Oh, I actually noticed that some of the English words was a little bit wrong, but that's okay. Like, to the point that I'm not sure I want to keep doing this anymore. Oh, Gray, don't worry. We should encourage Gray. This translation is so funny. One option is, then just quit, dude. I don't think we should do that. And yeah, I did find, just double checked online. If we do that, it will actually reduce our relationship with Gray. So definitely encourage him. Chin up. Oh, you're right. I was just acting spoiled. Sorry, I didn't know where I got off the complaining to you about all this. No, it's okay, Gray. I appreciate the boost, Milky, even if I still don't really understand and what Grandpa's trying to teach me, but I'll keep working on it. I have to trust that I will get it one day. Yeah, you will, Gray. Well, I gotta get back to work. Catch you later. Aw, good Gray. I kind of forgot what Gray usually likes. Oh, and we triggered another cutscene. I think this is the cutscene between Gray and Mary. It's their rival event. Oh, I'm so sad that I have to watch the rival event between Gray and Mary, but it's definitely interesting. So Gray got injured and Mary cured him, and they seem to get off they seem to have some good relationship between them, and and I think Gray actually visits the library every Monday just to hang out with Mary. I actually quite miss the rival events because in the other save file, Milky got into good relationship with all the characters too fast that I didn't get to see a lot of the rival event. Maybe this time I will take things a little bit slow since I'm more looking into other special characters. But in the other save file, Milky actually got accomplishment for dating all the characters, and I think it's I Pick You accomplishment? Yeah, that one is decently hard to get, but we can definitely do it. Okay, let's go through to the next town people, and I think the next one Milky actually want to visit is, oh wow, everybody is just walking around so much. Hello Potpourri, oh I wish I have a chicken for you, but I don't. Oh, sorry, I wish I have an egg for you, but I don't. So like Milky mentioned before, Sasha actually really likes flowers, so we can give a flower to her every single day, and you will find out our relationship with her will grow very fast. Oh, and I don't believe I have talked to May yet. Hello, May. How are you? Hi, dear lady. You traveler? What? You moved from the town? Neat. I'm May. Nice to meet you, lady. Oh, I can't believe Milky actually missed a decent amount of town people last time. So for May and the people from and her grandpa, I don't think we need to. They're not too important character to get a relationship up during early games. But one day we will. Then also Milky got question asked about where do we get some cooking recipes. So getting good relationship with town people actually make them give you cooking recipes, and you will slowly collect all the recipes from these town people by just talking to them regularly. So Huang is definitely on Milky's list of people that I want to get familiar with in the early game, and here's my list. We need to talk to these people and give them daily. Is Huang, Goddess, and Harvest Sprites. Goddess because she gives all kinds of gifts. Huang because once we get good relationship with him, we can actually start selling items to him, and that's where we make the real money. And Harvest Sprites is because they will help us with the farming work. So even if you don't have any other time to give gifts to other town people, these three people are the top top town people that you want to get good relationship with. Well, right now we don't have any good gifts to give to Huang, so I will just give him some flowers and some stuff that I found from the mountain. But I thought this is where Milky could trigger the cutscene for the fish rod. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to trigger it. Maybe we need to trigger it tomorrow? Oh, Milky really wanted to trigger it today so we can start fishing. Well, that's unfortunate, but that's okay. Let's continue move up. And then we should go visit our very important Harvest Sprites and give them the things they want. And today, I think it's actually one of Harvest Sprites' birthday. It's the purple one. Hello, Plum. I think it's your birthday, so let me give you honey. And she says, wow, thank you so much. I like it a whole lot. Oh no, I think that's not his birthday because they would react differently. Maybe it's tomorrow. Sorry, Milky remembered it wrong. I can't believe after 2 gifts his relationship still doesn't increase yet. But don't worry, it will. And then for the orange grass, I would definitely recommend give it to the orange Harvest Sprites because he loved it. And he was like, wow, oh yes, thank you so much. I love it super duper a lot. Yeah. Give them the colored grass. It's a great way to get familiar with them early on. And then the yellow one, we can just give it to the yellow Harvest Sprites. Oops. Here you go. Thank you. Wow, Milky finished gifting all the Harvest Sprites and just tried to go to the church. And here we go, another cutscene. Aw, it seems like it's Cliff's gray card cutscene. Aw, and he's a little bit nervous about talking to everybody in town. So Milky can either say pull yourself together or take your time. I think take your time is the right choice and they will be pretty happy. And he says, yeah, I think I calm down now. Thank you, Milky. Oh, I shouldn't worry about it? Gotcha, you're nice, Milky. Speaking of which, you come to the town alone and are running a farm all by yourself, right? Incredible, I can imagine myself raising crops or animals. It might be weird for me to say, but I'm sure it's really hard, so hang in there, okay? Sure, thank you, Cliff. Oh, and he gives the love bubble. That means we choose the right choice. That's good. And the Gray is another character that Milky gives my daily grape to because he likes it. It's pretty easy to give it to him. And I think Jeff also likes grapes, so I'm gonna give him one. Thank you, what a nice gesture. I like it. Good, Jeff. And then we can talk to Cutter. Also, Cutter always tries to tell us stories. Also, we can pray in this room every Monday and Wednesday afternoon. And the pray in the early time really helps us to increase all kinds of stuff like our relationship with the animal or our relationship with the town people. Also, if we get good enough relationship with Cutter, we will be able to enter that room one day. And hopefully, we need to be able to get in before autumn so we can get some mushrooms from that door. Yuki definitely recommend. That's one of the reasons we want to get good relationship with Cutter. Oh, and here's another cutscene. Wow, I forgot how cutscene dense it is when we just start playing the game. Well, this is the good times because afterwards Milky will when Milky played through and it was around the second year, then we get so little cutscenes. That's one thing that makes me so sad is I miss all the cutscenes that we saw at the start. And this is Ellie's cutscene, Grey Heart cutscene. And the funny thing is, if we say that we understand how Stu feel, actually we get relationship plus from Stu and Doctor. But if we want to gain love relationship with Ellie, we should tell him to not harass Ellie with the bug. So, oh, I forgot he's not Stu anymore, he's you. And he said, wow, oh, and he's sad. And actually, even though we select this choice and it would increase our relationship with Ellie, it actually makes you sad. And it decrease our relationship with him. What a tough cutscene. Oh, and Milky met Karen, so I really like Karen's character, and something that she likes early game is bamboo shoot. So if you want to chase Karen, I would definitely recommend giving her bamboo shoot. And she said, oh my gosh, are you really giving me this? I really like this kind of stuff. That's awesome, Karen. And later in game, if you have corns, I would recommend giving Karen popcorn, since that's her favorite item and it's pretty easy to make. Oh my, this is crazy! We went through the cutscene of Gray, Cliff, Ellie, and then Mary. There's so many cutscenes that Milky just triggered in one day, and this is Mary's Greyhearting one. And we should ask her, is there something troubling her? And I think that will make her feel good. Great, we will love to come by often, Mary. So Mary actually likes chocolate, and that's something that's super easy to give. And something that can be used to most of the town's girls is chocolate. So if you don't want to remember what everybody likes, Milky would recommend just when you get a little bit richer, buy some chocolate and just pass it around. It will work. And by the way, don't forget to check this section in the town. This is the secret forest in the town center, and sometimes we can find flowers or all kinds of other stuff that we can usually pick up from the mountain from that section. And then let's go take a look at gods. Well, so far Milky don't have some early items that gods like. And also Brandon. So one easy item to give Brandon is apple. When we have an apple tree, you can give that to Brandon, and that will definitely win his friendship super fast. Also, Milky would recommend start chopping some woods while you're at it when you're in the forest, just because it slowly increases your experience. We will need those experience soon when we want to upgrade our tools. Oh, a bluegrass, nice. The blue harvest rice is going to love it. And then let's see what other items we can find in the mountain. So far, Milky hasn't shipped most of the items I found from the mountain, and rather I would love to give them as a gift to the town people because it's just an easy way to get good relationship with them. And Jennifer, I think Jennifer likes moondrop flower. And she says, oh, is this for you? Thank you, you know me well. So, moondrop flower is something that Milky usually gives to Jennifer in the early game. Late game, she likes chocolate, just like all the other girls in town. Well, most of them. And then also Goddess is a great candidate for giving Moondrop flower. Oh, those flowers that's on the ground tricks me every single time. But wow, today we got so many flowers. Milky's happy. This is amazing stuff to be shifted around and make some money. And then we will also need to keep collecting stones and woods in order to prepare for our house upgrade. Trust me, you will want it, because after our first upgrade, we will first finally have the kitchen and start cooking. Yuki did get a lot of questions asked about why they couldn't start cooking, because we don't have the kitchen yet. So the house upgrade is not cheap. That's why we need to work hard so we could make a lot of money during the first horse race. And after we make the money from the horse race, you will probably don't need to worry about money in game for a while. And one thing that we can do is, if you miss a lot of town people in the day and wasn't able to find them, you can always go to the inn around this time, because a lot of people will be gathered around in the inn, and you can find most of people to talk to them and give them. Hello Basil, I didn't see you today. And then also Anne, Karen. Wow, all the town people is just here. That's amazing. I still wasn't able to meet Anne's father. Where is he? Well, one day we'll meet him for sure. After going through the whole town, it's finally time for cleaning our field and do some farm work. I did got a question asked in the comment, why did Milky use the scythe instead of just picking up the grass? The first thing is, it will help us with increasing the experience of the scythe. Also, it gets me colored grass, which Milky can use for increasing my relationship with the Harvest Sprites. And since the relationship increase with Harvest Sprite is so important in the early game, that's why Milky would recommend to do that. Also, Milky found out that we did have a little bit of a grass down here, which will be used once we have some animals. But Milky would recommend to clean around it, because if it has something that stops it from that's right next to this grass, it will stop them from growing. That's why I want to clean some paths for it, so our grass can keep growing. And once we have some animals in the early game, we could take them out and for the grazing and get better relationship with the animal. And also, it will increase the animal products quality. But that's probably later in the game. Right now, we're so poor that we can't even afford any animal. And that's the sad part, but that's okay. And Milky would recommend just spend most of your nighttime in the farm to clean it out, get some more colored grass, and also, more importantly, clean it so you can have some stone and wood. Because if we get enough stone and wood in the early game, it will really help us for our house upgrade and all that. And whenever you run out of energy or fatigue, just do what Milky did. Come and enjoy some natural spa, and also it will give you a great view of the mountain at night. Wow, that is so fast! Milky already upgraded my sickle, so now we can upgrade it at the forge. But I don't think we'll upgrade it yet, just because we're so poor. And sometimes sleeping won't recover all our health. So there is a little trick that Milky wants to share with you, which is just sleeping in the spa. I think that trick worked well at the start of the game, so we can just sleep in here. And that shouldn't make us pass out, and it should give us a lot of increase. So hopefully, let's see what's gonna happen. Hopefully they didn't fix this yet. And then let's sleep. Unfortunately, we wasn't able to ship too much. And oh no, Milky's energy and stamina is not fully recovered yet. But that's okay, it will recover if we just spend a little bit more time on the spot tonight. And today is the Plum's birthday, so don't forget to give him something for his birthday. And then also Milky has been storing all the stones and wood I get into my storage place. Oh wow, and we immediately triggered the cutscene. I'm so happy, we got a horse. Oh, Milky loved this horse. The horsey will be super important in our later game because we can actually ride our own horse to join the horse race, and then we're almost guaranteed to win the horse race. At least Milky's horsey, once it was able to join the horse race, has never failed me yet. Oh, I named my horse Horsey. Oh, I can't wait for the horse to grow up because it's so much more convenient when we can ride horse around the town. Now Milky is just feels so weird when I walk around the town or even run around the town because it feels so slow. I love running around the horse town, and also you can see that we can give the horse pet treat. But the pet treat, we cannot buy it yet until we unlock Wan, which we will eventually once we get better relationship with Goddess. So before that, we can just pet our horses once in a while, and we'll be fine. Dun 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 dun! We can see our pets in this place, and we can have in total 5 pets. In the other game, Yuki actually already has 3, so I have a dog and a penguin and all that. But we have to unlock one first in order to get through that. For the horse, if we buy a brush, we can actually increase our relationship with horses more daily. And then later down the line, if we can buy the treat, we'll get even better relationship with him. But don't worry, we will get to it. Oh, and a small tips for what to give for Brandon in the early game. So Brandon really likes apples and he likes grapes. So if you don't want to give the grape to Cliff and you want to get better relationship with Brandon, you can give him some grape. That will be pretty helpful. Now Milky think today is actually Plum's birthday. Hopefully I didn't remember it around this time. And he's like, wow, how did you know that today is my birthday? Thank you for the present. Oh, I'm glad that you like it, Plum. So let's see how good our relationship with Plum now. Yay! It's 4! So that's so amazing. We were able to increase it a decent amount by giving him a birthday gift. Now let's see if I can ask for help now. We already could! That's amazing! That is so fast. So some early stuff we can ask is watering the crop, harvest, or care for the livestock. Yuki would definitely recommend for watering. And if you assign a harvest sprite to do it, I would recommend to make him stick with that one task because he get experience by doing the same task over and over. So if you want a harvest sprite to get better at a certain job, just always assign the purple one to water and always assign the orange one to taking care of animals. This way they all have their own specialties. And also if you want to increase your in their experience of doing certain tasks, you can also play together with them. You can play the watering crop games and that will increase their experience with watering the crop. Jiang! Yuki finished playing the mini game with him and he said, I bet I will be a little bit better at watering crop now. That's great! And we can see he did have a little bit of experience increase. Aw, you're amazing, Plum! And then we can also keep giving gifts to the blue one and the yellow one with the colored grass we like. But since it's not their birthday, it might not be as fast. And wow, I love how much Sunny likes it. I think the deep blue on Harvest Rice also like the blue one, bluegrass. Yeah, that's one thing that's really interesting, is even though this colored bluegrass looks like this Harvest Moon's color, but actually it was the deep blue Harvest Rice that likes it the most. So that's a little bit tricky, and be careful when you give the colored grass to the Harvest Sprites. Lucky, Milky triggered Brandon's Grey Hearting event. Wow, I just don't remember how many Grey Hearting events I have triggered, and they're just talking about how Brandon is a true artist, and I wonder why Brandon actually show up in the town. Funny thing is, later down the line, if we get good relationship with Brandon, he will actually give us an art sculpture that's made by him, which Milky loves so much, and we can actually put it at our home. Isn't that amazing? And Brandon's like, enough, I can't take another moment of this. Will they ever cease? Oh, that's a little bit mean, Brandon. It's funny how it's just look like a giant sheep that's talking to Brandon. Well, at the beginning, I feel like Brandon was a little bit arrogant, but his character is definitely interesting and it gets funny. And I just hope they have more an in-depth background story about him or things like that. Oh, I didn't even get to choose. I guess this is not his grey card event because I didn't even get to choose what options I could. This is so weird. Milky still wasn't able to trigger the cutscene for Fish Rod. I really wish I could because Milky needs that cutscene in order to start getting the Fish Rod. Please let me know, is Milky missing anything, or maybe I was just unlucky and wasn't able to trigger the cutscene. But either way, it's okay. One day we'll get our fish rod and we'll start fishing and make some decent amount of money through that. And I think that's it for our today's episode. Yuki is just so happy that I can finally got a Harvest Bride start working for me. And we already collect so much materials that we are, hopefully once we get the money from the horse race, we will be ready to build a new house. That will be amazing. And I guess the rest of the grass, weed, and the stuff we can actually sell then. So Milky is just trying to make some early game money. As you can see, so far Milky wasn't able to make too much money because I gifted most of my stuff, but I firmly believe that gifting will actually in the end reward us, especially with our relationship up. Especially Wang, we need to get our relationship up with him in order to make some big money later in the game. Well, I definitely hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you do, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys so much for watching, and special thanks for all my awesome Patreon donors. I wouldn't be able to do this without you. And as always, I will see you guys next time.